What's up, Soul Family and everyone out there in the world? This is Nihility to Entity Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for the Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde for the collective and all signs. First, we're going to start off with the collective, and then after the collective reading, I will go through each individual sign. But first, let's talk about what Saturn represents. Saturn is the planet of restriction, boundary, and where you put boundaries and limits at, as well as how you gain security. So, with that being said, since it's in the sign of Aquarius, this is saying that we are evaluating, which is what retrogrades are all about, is reevaluation about past ways of how we gain security through our associations. Now, with that being said, Saturn is going to put us through past ways of how we gain security. And for the collective, this can be a bit of a difficult time, but to make things easier, this is why I'm doing this reading, as well as I hope that it will give you the help or aid or clarity that you need to get through this transit. Now, let's start off with the collective. I'm going to shuffle these cards 3 more times and then lay out the spread, and we will begin. Keep in mind that Pluto is sextiling Saturn, so Pluto is also in retrograde, going and having us go through past ways of how we took power and control over business and status. And Neptune and Jupiter are also retrograding in the sign of Pisces, and Jupiter is about to go in Aquarius, which is, right at the current moment, Jupiter is 1 degree Pisces, about to speed up. And this is dealing with past moral systems and experiences, and Neptune in Pisces is about past dreams and illusions, and we are needing to reevaluate all of these. So, but for right now, this reading is for Saturn in Aquarius Retrograde, and let's start off with the collective reading and by drawing these cards. So, we'll pull 9 cards plus an overall from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, then clarifying with the Waite deck, and then after that, pull 3 cards out of the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. Now, that being said, let's start off with the reading. So, since we are reevaluating past ways of how we gain security through our associations, the overall is the 7 of Wands. So, with this reevaluation process, we may be having negative thoughts and feelings transmuting into negative visions. We must do our best to recognize and realize that we are spirits being no thing, no shape, no form, creating reality based off the thoughts and feelings that we agree with. So, with that being said, we must transmute these negative thoughts and feelings and find a higher perspective. Instead of dwelling in the past, we must reevaluate the past in order to proceed forward. Now, with the first card that we get is the 3 of Swords. So, with the 3 of Swords, this is saying that we may be heartbroken about something in the past when it comes to past ways of how we gain security through our associations. We may have made a mistake because Saturn is in Aquarius and Chiron is in Aries, so this is opportunities to make mistakes through our associations and how we correlate reality. But we're going through the past, so we may be hurt or feeling heartbroken about the past, or we are needing to take necessary sacrifices in order to get through our reevaluation processes in order to move forward and sacrifice anything that does not serve us for our highest good and the betterment of our own well-being. Keep in mind that it's very hot in here, so if I take a drink of water every now and then, It's because it's very hot. I live down in South Texas, so it gets very humid, and the humidity adds to the heat. But anyways, let's continue. But that's why I'm wiping my face and whatnot. It should get a do-rag, but I ain't even worried about it right now. Anyways, with the next card is the King of Cups. So with the King of Cups, this is saying that we are emotionally grounded, and since the King of Cups has been through a lot and endured a lot throughout his life to get where he is, we must reevaluate this in the situations that we've had to endure in order to stay emotionally grounded during the Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Alright? Don't let these emotions detour us from what we feel called to do, and stay emotionally grounded, especially with these negative visions that we may have to be defending ourselves defending ourselves by, as well as any other people's opinions or thoughts and feelings that we may think we're perceiving from them. Now with the Page of Swords is about adaptability. So we're adapting to the situation at hand and taking the necessary sacrifices that we need to take as well as staying grounded in our emotions in order to proceed forward. Now the Page of Swords spends a lot of time adapting to the situation at hand, so he could be not realizing what his communication style is like, or what he's communicating, or how it's coming out, or just be a little bit immature with communication. We do our best to evaluate the communication process or communication before we communicate what we feel the need to communicate about. Now with the Moon card is stating that we need to follow our intuition as well as embrace the unknown. Our intuition is guiding us along the way during the Saturn Aquarius Retrograde, so as well as our higher selves. So we must listen to our intuition to ride this transit smoothly, and embracing the unknown and not feeling the unknown will be beneficial to us as well. Now with the Queen of Wands is talking about being optimistic and really going after what we want and desire, regardless of what people may think. So keep on being in this energy, because this energy is a very powerful energy and a very attractive energy, and a very in the energy that we all must be in order to successfully manifest, because this is staying true to ourselves as well as staying true to what we want and desire. Keep in mind to not be too attached to those desires and sink down into our lower animalistic natures, but continue to go after what we want and desire in our lives. Now with the next card being the Ten of Swords, I feel like this is an ending, alright, and a dead cut ending over what no longer serves us for a betterment of our highest good and well-being. Okay, after the Ten of Swords, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So day will come, or the happiness will come as far as the day, and let things end that no longer serve us or for the betterment of our own well-being and for our highest good. Now, with the next card being the Emperor, we are taking power and control over the situation that we are in, taking power and control over how we gain security through our associations by evaluating past ways of how we gain security through our associations. The Emperor card is very good energy, a very father-like energy, but he can be also strict in his ways. So we must do our best to be in this fatherly-like figure and energy, but along the way, do not let our viewpoints get the best of us and become the Emperor in reverse, which is being overpowering towards others. Now with the Eight of Swords is talking about feeling blinded, but with this Eight of Swords, the swords are on the ground, and she is listening to her intuition, which is represented by the owl, and using the alchemy of fire, earth, water, and air in order to release herself from enchantment, because in this Eight of Swords she does not have a blindfold. She knows what she's doing in order to proceed forward, and the swords are in the ground. So with that being said, we know what we must do to move forward in a smooth way, but we must not let the fear get to us while doing so. Now with the last card that we get is the Page of Pentacles. So this is about a new project, a new study that we are investing ourselves and dedicating ourselves to. Alright? As well as learning along the way of dealing with whatever we are dedicated towards. Alright? So we could be starting a business, a relationship, but I feel like it's more about work or business other than relationship, because this is the Pentacles, or something in the material world. So with that being said, do your best to remain dedicated to what it is you feel called to do while learning along the way. Now, let's get to clarifying these cards with the Waite deck. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to, I'll be right back. I'm going to see, there's a fan up here. I'm going to see if I can hang it similar closer to where it's blowing on me so I'm not so hot. As well as just take a drink of water, then we're going to clarify these cards. I'll be right back.
Well, I'll be right here, but still.
Alright, that's better. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, I know I have a beanie on, but I don't really care. I've been wearing hoodies and beanies in the summer since I was a little kid. Always have, probably always will be. It doesn't bother me, but I do have a fan, so. Plus I don't want to take the time to cut the video, just to go brush my hair. Plus, I kind of need a haircut at the moment. But anyways, let's continue. We're clarifying these cards, starting off with the overall. So the overall is clarified by the Five of Wands. So there may be minor conflict that we need to solve in order to get past these negative visions that are being transmuted by negative thoughts and feelings due to this minor conflict. Now, just keep in mind that this is minor conflict. If you can see, this man over here is not even really fighting, and as a whole, they're not even fighting. So this could be minor conflict that we are dealing with, and by creating higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings, we will be able to solve this minor conflict in order to proceed forward through the Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde. So, with that being said, moving on to the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Wands. So, this is saying that we're taking the necessary sacrifices that we are needing to take, even though we may feel wounded based off of the experiences that we have endured in the past. Like I said, we are evaluating past ways of how we gain security, and unfortunately a lot of us have been through a lot of hardships in the past. So, with the Nine of Wands being here, this is saying that we have endured a lot, but through enduring these hardships, we have gained a lot of wisdom and power through these hardships in order to proceed forward in a better way for ourselves, because we've learned the lessons and had to endure the hardships in the past. So we're using those for the present moment in order to move forward with this Saturn in Aquarius Retrograde. Now with the King of Cups, we get the Knight of Pentacles. So, we are emotionally grounded in our emotions, or staying grounded in our emotions, while proceeding forward in a methodical, practical, and slow-moving way. Knight of Pentacles is a part of slow movement. So we're taking our time and doing whatever it is that we're needing to do. I feel like this is also a part of patience at times. So we are being patient with whatever we are doing as far as the Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde goes. So we could be working on a business and taking our time with this business, or taking time with whatever we're working on creatively, or working in possibly relationships and taking our time to really get to know one another through this emotion, in this relationship situation or circumstance that you may be in, or staying grounded in your emotions. This is really good energy to see. So you're not letting anything deter you, not even the past hardships or that you've had to go through and endure in the past. Now with the Page of Swords, we get the Devil card. So through this adaptation, right, we may be a little bit immature with communication due to fear of things in the past reoccurring. Alright, let's do our best to leave the past in the past and move forward with whatever it is that we are doing as far as the Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde goes, and gain security through our associations, but we must not let feel or spheres of reality, because feel or sphere is just spheres of reality created by agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings. So, with that being said, we must rise up, create higher perspectives, and create higher thoughts and feelings about the situation that we are in to rectify this energy. Alright, so as far as signs go, so far we have Pisces, Aries, and Capricorn here. So we could be dealing with, if we're dealing with anybody at the moment, it could be a Pisces, an Aries, or a Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. Or Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter. Right? Overall, let's rectify this field or sphere of reality by creating higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings. Now with the Moon card, we get the 10 of Pentacles. So as long as we follow our intuition and embrace the unknown while not letting fear get in the way, or spheres of reality get in the way, we will find material abundance and happiness in our lives. Alright, keep following our intuition, because this is a really good card, and a card of success as well, because it has all 10 pentacles, and we have everything that we want and need based off following our intuition and following what we feel called to do and embracing the unknown. Now with the Queen of Wands, we get the 7 of Cups. So with the 7 of Cups, this is us staying in our optimistic energy, going after what we really desire, when dealing with our dreams. Alright? Do not let illusions get in the way of going after your dreams. And if you're dealing with a lot of choices that you're wanting to do, let's narrow those down to 2 or 3 main choices so you can bring success into your life. But keep following your dreams and staying goal-oriented as well as optimistic and positive, and embracing your individuality while going after your dreams. Now with the 10 of Swords, we get the Page of Pentacles. So we are putting an end to what no longer serves us, as well as what no longer is best for our highest good and the betterment of our well-being, in order to stay dedicated on this material project or business that we have dedicated ourselves to. Alright? Do our best to stay dedicated. Don't let past hardships get in the way. Do not let the fear get in our way. Alright? And embrace the unknown and our intuition and stay dedicated, because we have 2 Page of Pentacles here. So with 2 Page of Pentacles being here, this is saying that we are really following and staying dedicated to what we are working on when it comes to the material world. Alright? We've got to end whatever does not serve us for our highest good and the betterment of our well-being. Now with the King, not the King, but the Emperor, we get the Queen of Swords. So we are taking power and control over the situation, but like I said, do not be the Emperor in reverse, which is overpowering. and instead stay in our truth, and communicate the best we can without cutting people down like the Queen of Swords in reverse does, but instead keep standing on truth and being independent and being self-aware and communicating and giving the advice to people that need it without cutting people down like the Queen of Swords reverse does. The Queen of Swords upright is a very good person to go to for advice. So let people come to you for advice, but do not let your ego get in the way or your pride and be cold cutting like the Queen of Swords in reverse is. Now with the Eight of Swords, we get the Three of Cups. So as long as we do not allow the feeling of entrapment get to us, or feeling like we are trapped in a situation, as well as keeping on following our intuition, which is represented the owl, you can turn this Eight of Swords upright into the reverse, which is coming out of this trap feeling, and you will bring success into your life. This is a card about success with the Three of Cups. This is also a card about having good people around you during this time, so do not let fear get in the way. Instead, let go of the fear that we are in, that we may be in, by creating higher perspectives and higher thoughts and feelings about the situation we're in, and releasing ourselves from the trap of feeling trapped in order to bring success in our lives, as well as knowing that there's good people around us currently in the present moment. Now with the Page of Pentacles, we get the King of Wands. So with the King of Wands, this is a person of very goal-orientated and very dedicated and taking a leadership role over this vision that we have. But do not be reckless like the King of Wands in reverse is, but instead keep dedicated and taking that leadership role and fatherly-like figure, which is also represented by the Emperor card, and not letting and standing in our truth and staying self-aware and independent, but do not let the impatientness, which this may be what is the Seven of Wands, clarified by the Five of Wands, is talking about, which is impatientness, because the King of Wands does not, has the potential to drop what he's doing if he does not see what he is taking leadership role in coming to fruition. So do not let the fear, do not let the negative thoughts and feelings or the visions that you may feel like you're not going to get anywhere by doing what you are, because the Ten of Pentacles is saying that we are going to reach abundance and happiness in the material world, as well as success with the Three of Cups, as long as we release ourselves from the Eight of Swords energy and can taking power and control and staying self-aware and independent and optimistic and goal-oriented, and keep going after this vision that we have envisioned for ourselves. Now, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck and see what Mother Moon wants to tell you through me. Let's shuffle this a couple more times, 2 more times, and let me, well, I've already summarized the reading. It's pretty much going after what we want and desire without letting fear and conflict get in the way, or letting the fear or the thoughts or visions of us not succeeding get in the way, because we are going to succeed with whatever we are doing in the present moment. Alright, so let's pull 3 cards out from the Moonology Oracle deck to end this, to end the collective reading section, or collective section of this reading, and moving on to the R signs after I pulled the 3 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck. So let's see what Mother Moon wants to tell you through me. I hope the fan isn't getting in the way of the my voice, and I'm speaking loudly enough for you to hear me. But let's pull the 3 cards, and let's continue. So, as long as we do not let fear and get in the way and solve this minor conflict by creating higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings, and ending whatever it is that we need to end that is no longer serving us for the betterment of our own well-being and our highest good, and remaining in power and control and releasing this anxiety that we may have of feeling entrapped and feeling like we're not going to get anywhere. Remain following our intuition. We will reach happiness and abundance in the material world. And with Mother Moon to you through me, the first card is Full Moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So, as long as we do all of that, what I talked about, and do not let other people's opinions or thoughts and feelings get in the way, the end of a tough cycle will approach. Now, with the second card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. So, open yourself up with whatever you're doing. Maybe this is opening yourself up to others with this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. And like the card says, show the world the real you, which is also speaking about the Queen of Swords, because she shows the world her real self. Alright? She does not let the world bother her. But like I said, do not be like the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is cold cutting onto others, and remain power and control without being overpowering to others, and show the world the real you. Now with the next, last but not least, final card that Mother Moon wants to give to you through me is New Moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So, your hard work will pay off as long as you stay dedicated to whatever it is that you are working on. I feel like this is a personal business, because a lot of us are in the realms of being in personal business, and since Saturn rules Capricorn and Aquarius, and those are signs about business, and this is a reading about Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde, I feel strongly that this is about us fighting through the negativities, creating higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings, and in doing so, your hard work will pay off. Now, moving on to the art science portion of this reading, I will have timestamps down below for our signs, Aries through Pisces, and let's start off with Aries. After I get these cards out of the way. Now, let's put these cards up. I hope I am loud enough for you to hear me. And let's move on to, like I said, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. Now, Aries, you're going to be fatal attracting this Saturn and Aquarius energy. So you're going to see another side to how you initiate feelings, initiate new ways of seeing the feelings and emotions when it comes to Saturn and Aquarius energy, or Saturn and Aquarius retrograde energy, which is you're going to see another side of how you gain past, you're going to see another side of the way you gain security through your associations in the past. I feel like you're a bit scattered-minded because you are seeing that other side of yours, visions, that feelings and emotions that you are seeing. So, with that being said, Aries is cardinal fire, initiating new ways of seeing and feeling the emotions. Once again, and Aries was born out of the first house of personal interests and affairs, as well as the personality and the self, aka individuality. Now, let's pull your 3 cards out from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, and then pull 3 cards out from the Waite deck, and then pull 3 cards out from the Moonology deck to see what Mother Moon wants to say to you through me. Now, okay. So, starting off with the first card being the Knight of Swords. So this is a card of fast movement, especially when it comes to the thinking and communicating. Alright, so with this being said, this is a card of fast movement, like I said. And this is saying to go on ahead with whatever you think you feel called to. Alright, go ahead and communicate about what it is that you're wanting to do when it comes to the Saturn Aquarius Retrograde energy. Don't let anything hold you back, because the Knight of Swords does not let anything hold you back. But with Mars and Venus in Leo, do your best to not let, during this time, to not let that overall passionate feeling get to you and go too far ahead. Alright? Maintain a healthy balance, and you'll be okay. Now with the Four of Cups being here as your second card, I feel like you are going through past ways of how you gain security through your associations, and since you're seeing another side, you may be feeling like you wish things were different. Alright? You may be feeling like you wish you would have done different in the past, but you need to drop this cup that is empty and pay attention to the cups that are full. Alright? And typically in the Rider-Waite deck, it's that you see a man looking down at 3 cups with the Ace of Cups handing the cup to him, but he's looking down, so he's not paying attention to it. Pay attention to that 4 cup. Leave the past in the past. Alright? Create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings. Transmute any negativity into positivity. Easier said than done, I know, but it is very possible, especially if you use the powers of faith, belief, and imagination. So, with that being said, what happens in the past, you can't change, but the only thing that you can change is the present leading up into the future. So, pay attention to what you do have right now and move towards the future. Now, with the Ten of Swords being here, this is saying that you are ending anything that does not serve you for the betterment of your own well-being and the highest good. So, even though you had the Four of Cups here, you're not letting that deter you, and you're ending, you've evaluated the past enough to end whatever it is that you feel like you need to end when it comes to what does not serve you for the betterment of your own well-being and your highest good. Now let's clarify these cards. Alright, things jumped out, but I'm not going to pay attention to that. One card. So, for each. Alright. So, with the Knight of Swords clarified by the Six of Swords, you are transitioning from choppy waters or a negative place into a more positive space. But with the Six of Swords, you can see these two people with their heads down, and there was a guide guiding them towards the clear waters and more peaceful land. So, and the water is still a bit choppy, as you can see in the bottom. So you could still be dealing with some emotions that are choppy or upsetting, but you're not letting that get to you, and you're moving forward to what you want and desire when it comes to how you gained security in the past with your associations, and moving into new ways or better ways of how you can gain security with your associations in the present. Now with the Four of Cups clarified by the Two of Cups, this is saying that you are listening to your higher self, or this is about a past relationship that you may need to let go of and stop paying attention to in order to move forward. I'm going to clarify this card one more time. Alright, so by listening to your higher self, or knowing that you have a strong relationship with somebody, you will find a sense of happiness within that. as long as you stop paying attention to the cup that you don't have and start paying attention to the cup that's being handed to you, like in the original Four of Cups energy or card, and accepting that cup, and it will bring you happiness. And this is what I feel like your higher self is being called for you, is calling you to do, or you're calling yourself to do and choosing yourself. More likely, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. But with that being said, with this relationship, if it is a relationship, it's a really good relationship, and you leave whatever it is in the past, and you will find a sense of happiness. Now, with the Ten of Swords being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, you are ending whatever it is that you need to end when it comes to how you gain security through your associations, and ending whatever it is that does not serve you for the betterment of your own well-being and your highest good. And you will have the wheel turn. The wheel of destiny is turning in your favor. And keep in mind, if you are dealing with a person that you are, there is a Leo, strong Leo in this spread, as well as Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. So, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle cards to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. More like wants to say to you through me. Or you get the gist. Now, pull these cards out. Okay, so for your first card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon. A new start is coming. So as long as you keep on, keep going after what you feel like you are called to go after, through choosing yourself and remaining true to yourself, and leaving anything that does not serve you for the betterment of your own well-being, your highest good, a new start will happen for you, and you will find a lot of happiness by doing so. Keep up the hard work, and don't let the past hold you back, and whatever it is that you need to end when it comes to the past, and a new start will come. The second card is Emotions Are Running High. So since you are seeing another side to how you gain security in associations in the past, and you see what you could have done better in the past, your emotions may be running high during this time. So, create higher perspectives when it comes to these thoughts and negative thoughts and feelings, or most importantly, negative emotions, and whatever it is that you feel like you need to end that's not serving you. And just keep in mind that your emotions are running high, so if you feel emotional, this is why. But you as a spirit, being no thing, no shape, no form, have the power to change this and transmute this into positivity. Now with your last card from Mother Moon to you through me is Gibbous Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So you're very, very close to achieving your goal. Alright, this Gibbous Moon is one phase before the full moon, which is you being fulfilled, or for some unfulfilled, but in this case, you being fulfilled. And know that you are very close to achieving your goal as long as you continue doing what you are doing in the present moment. Now, moving on to Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Now, Taurus, so moving on to Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, you'll notice a cut or a skip or whatever, but Tauruses, you are squaring this energy with Saturn in Aquarius Retrograde. So, with that being said, you are in a learning process when it comes to the ways of how you gain security through your associations by reevaluating and learning from past ways of how you gain security through your associations. So, with that being said, let's pull your three cards out, and first, let's talk about what Taurus is. Taurus is fixed earth, being fixated on its own ways of thinking, being practical, And Taurus was born out of the second house of values and where you plant seeds. So, with that being said, let's pull your 3 cards out. Alright, so with the Hermit card being your first card from the tarot, this is saying that you are going within and learning how to gain security through your associations by using your intuition and reevaluating correctly when it comes to past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now your second card that you get is the Tower. So with the Tower, you're letting everything fall that no longer serves you for the betterment of your own well-being and your highest good, when learning from past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now your last but not least card that you get from the Tarot, from the Universal Tarot deck, is the Temperance card. So I feel like you are transmuting energy and mixing 2 things together to create a new energy, and using a form of alchemy as well, aka mixing energies together to create a new energy. Once again, when learning from past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now let's clarify these cards with the Rider-Waite deck. And shuffle this one more time and we will get to clarifying. So, with the Hermit card, you get the 8 of Wands, clarifying the Hermit card. So by going within and learning from past ways how you gain the security through your associations, you are taking action on whatever it is that you feel called to do. Alright, so this 8 of Wands is a card of extreme movement. So listen to your intuition, listen to what you feel called to do when it comes to past ways of how you gain security through your association, so you can gain security in the present and in the future when it comes to your associations. Now with the Tower, you get the 7 of Cups and the Sun card clarifying the 7 of Cups. So by letting things fall that no longer serve you for the betterment of your well-being and your highest good, you'll be able to go after your dreams more efficiently. Alright? Which by going after your dreams in a more efficient way, you will find a sense of happiness when it comes to going after your dreams. Now this is also a card of illusions, so do not let negative thoughts and feelings transmute themselves into negative illusions for yourself, because we still have Neptune in Pisces retrograding, so you are sextiling this Neptune in Pisces retrograde, so you have opportunities to bring these illusions into the present moment. Keep going after your dreams, yes, but don't bring these illusions into the present moment. And let things fall that no longer serve you, and in doing so you will reach and find a sense of happiness and abundance, emotionally and materially. Now, with the Temperance card, the Temperance is clarified by the Page of Swords. So you are combining 2 energies as a form of alchemy to create a new energy, and in doing so you are adapting yourself in any way you can, but watch your communication, because you could be a little bit immature when it comes to communicating. Alright? But overall, keep adapting yourself, but just, like I said, watch your communication. Now, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon wants to tell you through me. And one more time, and let's begin. Alright, so your first card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. So I feel like this dreams that you are in to go after that will make you very happy, and taking action on whatever you feel called to do is about showing the world the real you. Alright? It may be a YouTube, it may be a personal business, it may be a form of creative expression or creative work altogether, but whatever it is, show the world the real you during the Saturn and Aquarius retrograde time that we are in. So, your next card for Mother Moon to you through me is Fourth Quarter Moon. Your commitment is being tested. So, with that being said, know that your commitment is being tested. This may even just be commitment with yourself or commitment that others are expecting from you. And then by taking action and staying true to your dreams and adapting yourself in any way, but watching your communication from immature communication while mixing two energies together, create a new energy in the form of alchemy, you will find happiness in abundance, and know that your commitment is being tested through it all. Now, your last card from Mother Moon to you through me is Balance, Spirituality, and Practicality. So, like the card says, balance spirituality, aka individuality, and what is practical. Alright? Do not let your individuality overrule practicality, and do not let practicality overrule your individuality during this time of Saturn being Aquarius retrograding. Alright? Now, moving on to Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Gemini, you are not sextile, but trining this energy. So with that being said, Gemini, you are having the gift to go through past ways of how you gain security through your associations, and having a gift to presently gain security through your associations during this time. Now, Gemini is mutable air, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. And Gemini was born out of the third house of the familiarity, who you consider friends and local surroundings. So, with that being said, we shuffle this 2 more times and we will begin. It's 1 and 2. Cool. Now, excuse me. Now, with the first card being the Empress card, this is saying, this is saying that you are of value. You need to recognize and realize that you are valued, that you are special, and that you are the Empress, alright? Do not be the Empress in reverse and feel like you are devalued, but instead feel valued. Feel like you are worthy of value and that you are worthy altogether in whatever it is that you're doing when it comes to getting security through your associations, by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now, with the second card, you get the Seven of Wands. So like I said, do not feel devalued, because the Seven of Wands is about negative thoughts and feelings transmuting themselves into negative visions for yourself. Let's turn this Seven of Wands into the reverse, alright, and let go of those negative visions by transmuting these negative visions into positive visions, by creating positive thoughts and feelings, by understanding that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, and you have the ability and the power to create reality as you please, as long as you stay true to yourself and create positivity in your life when dealing with thoughts and feelings. Now, with your third and final, but last but not least card that you get from Mother Moon, but from the Celtic Tarot deck, is the Magician. So with the Magician being here, you are manifesting, alright? As long as you just don't let these negative visions get to you, you are manifesting at this moment when it comes to how you gain security through your associations, by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now, let's shuffle the Rider-Waite deck. Let's clarify these cards for you. And you're having the gift, remember, you're having the gift of dealing with this past ways of how you gain security through your associations by having the gift of reevaluating and implementing that in the present, and having the gift of gaining security through your associations during this time. So you are manifesting through this gift. Just don't let these negative thoughts and feelings transmute into negative visions, and let's turn this card upside down, which is releasing these negative visions altogether. And remember that you are valued. And for some, this is a card for fertility, so if you don't want children, remember to use protection if you're committing those acts. I'm not really committing those acts like it's a bad thing, but if you're participating in those acts. Alright, now, let's shuffle the Waite deck 2 more times. That's 1 and 2. Alright, so with the Empress card, the Empress is clarified by the Hangman. So with the Hangman, this is an alignment. Alright, so you need to be enlightened about you being valued. And I feel like you're coming through this enlightenment, or this is about stagnation, which may feel like you are devalued, but this card being in the upright says that you are realizing that you're valued through an enlightenment of some sort. Alright? When it comes to how you gain security through your associations, by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now, moving on to the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is clarified by the King of Cups. So with the King of Cups clarifying the Seven Wands, this is saying that you're not letting these visions detour you, because you're staying emotionally grounded, because you've been through a lot. You notice how the water is under him, under his throne, so he's above his those negative emotions, or any emotions altogether, and staying grounded above these emotions and his animalistic natures. Alright, so even though you're going through negative visions, you're not letting that deter you from anything, which is then leading you to the Magician card, which is a card of manifestation. And with the Magician being clarified by the Three of Pentacles, you're manifesting through your work and whatever you're creatively working on. You could even be working with others during this time, but overall you're manifesting through you working on whatever it is that you're working on when it comes to how you gain security through your associations, by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now let's see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. Let's shuffle this back 2 more times, and we will begin with seeing what Mother Moon wants to say to you through me. Alright. Alright, so your first card is Full Moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So as long as you keep working on whatever it is that you're working on, staying emotionally grounded with these negative visions, by transmuting these negative visions into positive visions, and being aligning that you are valued and you are worthy, that an end of a tough cycle will approach when it comes to how you gain security through your associations, by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now with the Full Moon, surrender to the divine as the next card from Mother Moon to you through me. This is saying to surrender to the divine. Keep doing what you're doing at the moment, because Mother Moon wants to tell you that you are on the right path, and I feel like you already surrendered to the divine with this King of Cups, and with this Magician card being here, clarifying by the Three of Pentacles that you've already surrendered to the divine and know what you need to do, which is leading up to an end of a tough cycle, and yeah, the surrender to the divine. So your last but not least card from Mother Moon to you through me is Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. So be bold, make the first move, and do what it is you feel called to do during the Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde time period. Now, moving on to Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Sun, Moon, and Rising. Happy flight day to all you Cancers out there, or Cancerians, mind you. And all y'all Cancerians, like I said, happy flight day. And Cancerian, you are in conjuncting this Saturn and Aquarius retrograde energy. So that means that you are misunderstanding how to gain security through your associations, by misunderstanding what you need to reevaluate when it comes to past ways of how you gain security through your associations. So, with that being said, Cancerian is in cardinal water, initiating and creating new ways of feeling the emotions, and Cancerian was born out of the 4th house of home, private life, family, and whoever you consider family as whoever is close to you that you consider family. Now, with that being said, let's shuffle this deck one more time, and we will pull your 3 cards out for the Saturn Aquarius retrograde reading. Alright, so with your first card being the 4 of Cups, you are paying attention to something that you don't have. Alright, so you're misunderstanding that you need to understand that you need to let go of this cup that you don't have in order to move forward. Alright, pay attention to the cups that you do have and what's best for you and your highest good during the Saturn Aquarius retrograde. By reevaluating and not misunderstanding past ways of how you gain security through your associations, but instead understanding how you gain past ways of how you gain security through your associations by implementing it in the present moment. Now with the 8 of Cups, this is talking about you walking away from no longer serves you. Alright, so this is an understanding that you need to walk away from things that no longer serve you as far as your well-being and the betterment and your highest good. So this is really good card to see, especially after the 4 of Cups. Now with the Tower being your last but not least card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, this is saying that you're letting things fall that no longer serve you and for the betterment of your own well-being and your highest good. Alright, so the Tower is falling. Alright, and this is Scorpio energy, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio, if anything, if you're dealing with a relationship or a person. But when it comes to people, places, things, circumstances, situations, you're letting the Tower fall. Now, let's move on to the Waite Tarot and clarifying these cards. I'll point one card for each Universal Celtic Tarot card for this Saturn and Aquarius retrograde energy. Now, so with the 4 of Cups clarifying by the 5 of Wands, you are needing to solve minor conflict. Notice that the guy in the on the right hand side is playing just by himself, and these guys over here are not really fighting. This guy even has is just carrying his stake, really. This is minor conflict. So the minor conflict is understanding that you need to drop whatever it is that you are paying attention to that no longer serves you, by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations, so you can have a better way of gaining security through your associations in the present moment. And in doing so, you will solve this minor conflict. Now, with the 8 of Cups clarified by the 4 of Wands, this is saying that by you walking away from what no longer serves you, which is this conflict that you're dealing with, you will find a place of success. And a finish line is depicted by this wreath or flowers hanging from wand to wand across the card. But this card can also be a part of marriage as well. For some of y'all could be getting married, but when it's dealing with how to gain security through your associations by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. And since it's clarified by the Eight of Cups, you walking away from what no longer serves you will bring you a very enormous amount of happiness in your life. So, with the Tower clarified by the Knight of Swords, this is saying that when you let things fall that no longer serve you for your well-being and your highest good, that you will be more easily capable of going after what you want and desire, alright? And movement will start coming into your life for you, as long as you walk away from what and let the Tower fall from what no longer serves you for your highest good and the betterment of your own well-being. But this will bring you closer to what you want and desire. When it comes to how you gain security through your associations during this time, and understanding the misunderstanding of past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now, let's pull 3 cards from Mother Moon to see what she wants to tell you through me. Let's shuffle this deck 2 more times, and we will begin. Alright, so, with that being said, your first card from Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. So, take the time and space to yourself. Meditate on what it is that you need to walk away from. Alright? There's a lot of cards about letting go of past situations. Alright? With the Tower and the Eight of Cups, as well as not paying attention to what you do have and paying attention to what you do have, which is the minor conflict. And by meditating and contemplating of what is serving you and what isn't serving you during this Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde time. Now, your second card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is Fixed Moon. Hold your vision. Don't mind this. I'm getting the cards in about a week or 2. As soon as I can get to the city Oval, I don't have a vehicle at the moment, but I am working towards getting a vehicle as soon as possible. But anyways, hold your vision, alright? Hold what you want to do by walking away from what doesn't serve you, and by walking away from what doesn't serve you will put you in a happy home during this time. Alright? Hold your vision. And your third and last but not least card from Mother Moon to you through me is Balsamic Moon, a time for healing. So, take this time to heal. Take this time to heal in order to go after what you want and desire during this Saturn and Aquarius retrograde time. Now, moving on to Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Alright? So all my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Risings, you are opposite towards this energy at this time. So, you're going to feel opposite of going through past ways of how you gain security through your associations and feeling opposite of how you're supposed to implement those past ways of how you gain security with your associations in the present moment. So, with that being said, Leo is fixed fire, being fixated on its own ways of seeing and feeling your emotions. And Leo was born out of the 5th house of expression and whatever you're creatively working on. So, let's shuffle this deck one more time and pull your 3 cards out. And you pretty much got the same type of reading. I believe it was Taurus or Gemini. I don't know. But either Taurus or Gemini, you may want to check those, or if those are in your chart, then this energy that it's seeing here is just going to be amplified. Alright, so your first card that you get is the 7 of Wands. So, with the 7 of Wands, this is you dealing with negative visions from negative thoughts and feelings that are transmuting into negative visions. Alright? So, do your best to create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings by understanding that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, and you have the ability to create anything and everything that you want through the powers of faith, belief, and imagination. And in doing so, you will rectify this energy. Now, with the Empress card as the next card, you are valued, right? You are being valued, and you are worthy of what you do for the world. If you are in a relationship and you're not trying to have children, this is a card of fertility, so protect yourself. And this is a card of Taurus, so you could be dealing with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus during this time. Now, with the last but not least card that you get is the Magician. So, after you get past the negative visions, understanding your worth and not feeling unworthy like the Empress in reverse, and understanding that you are in manifestation mode, which you could be dealing with the Virgo if you're dealing with a relationship, but if not, when it comes to past ways of how you gain security in your life, and also Virgo, you are in conjuncting this energy. So you are going through. No, this is Leo. Oh yeah, so I always said opposite. I think we're on Leo. Yeah, we're on Leo. I always said opposite. So anyways, you are manifesting, right, during this time. Leo, my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Now, you could be dealing with a Taurus or Virgo. Now, let's move on to clarifying these cards. And this is the opposite energy that you're dealing with. You may feel opposite towards what you need to do, and feeling in this energy of feeling opposite, you may create negative visions for yourself, but understand that you are worthy for what you do and are valued, and you are manifesting during this time. Alright? So, with that being said, let's clarify. So, with the Seven of Wands, Leo, the Seven of Wands gets clarified by the Hermit card. So, by going within, following your inner guidance and your higher self and what you feel called to do, you will rectify these negative visions, right? Because your intuition is screaming at you, I feel like, to go after what you are doing presently, right? So, with the Magician and the Hermit here, you could either have Virgo in your chart, and if you do, these energies will be amplified. And if you're dealing with a person, you may be strongly dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Alright? But listen to your intuition and what you feel or feeling guided to do, Leo. Alright? So with the Empress is clarified by the Ace of Swords. So this is a clarity or a new thought. But I feel like this is clarity on understanding that you are the Empress by going through past situations when it comes to past ways of how you gain security through your associations, and by getting the clarity that you needed, you understand that you are valued and are worthy of whatever it is that you're doing, and you are don't need to feel opposite when it comes to gaining security through your associations in the present time. Now with the Magician card is clarified by the Hierophant. So with the Hierophant, this is a commitment. So as long as you stay committed, to whatever it is that you are doing, you will manifest. Alright? You are in manifestation mode. Keep doing what you are doing. Stay committed and following traditional values. And if you're dealing with a person, you could be dealing with a Taurus, or as well as you could be getting married during this time as well. For some of y'all, not for all y'all, but I feel like that strongly points towards commitment towards whatever it is that you feel feeling called to do. Now, let's pull out the Moonology Oracle cards to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. Alright, so This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So, know all my Leos, that emotions are running high. So, emotions are running high, which is also just emphasizing the Seven of Wands. And you need to listen to your inner guidance during this time, regardless of how you feel. Transmute those feelings into positive feelings, and know that emotions are running high during this time of Saturn and Aquarius retrograding time period. Now, with the next card from Mother Moon to you through me is Mutable Moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. So, like the card says, nothing is yet set in stone. Alright? Know that even if you feel like nothing's coming to success, or success isn't going to come, know that that is not an indefinite answer. And to keep being committed on whatever it is that you are working on, because you are manifesting during this time. Alright? And understand the clarity that you've gotten, and understand that you, so the clarity, and understand that you are worthy, not unworthy and devalued. Alright, so, and know that nothing is yet set in stone, once again, with the Saturn and Aquarius retrograde energy. Now, your last but not least card from Mother Moon to you through me is Waxing Crescent Moon. Have faith in your dreams. So, like the card says, stay committed to whatever it is. I feel like this is the dream that you're committed to. You are manifesting. Keep following your intuition and know and understand that you need to have faith in your dreams with this Saturn Aquarius retrograde energy. When it comes to past ways of how you gain security, and reevaluating these past ways of how you gain security through your associations, in order to gain security through your associations in the present day. Now, with that being said, moving on to Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. So, Virgo, you are in conjuncting this energy at this time. So you are misunderstanding how to be mutable and adaptable with your own ways of thinking and being practical when it comes to past ways of how you gain security through your associations. You need to understand and not misunderstand the past ways of how you gain security in order to gain security with your associations in the present day. Alright, so you may misunderstand the mutable energies that you're in when dealing with past ways of how you gain security with your associations. Like I said, Virgo is mutable earth, being mutable and adaptable to its own and other ways of thinking and being practical. And Virgo is born out of the 6th house of schedules, day-to-day routine, and health. Now, let's pull your 3 cards out for the Saturn and Aquarius retrograde or sign portion of the reading. Alright, so your first card is, and this isn't cool, but I'm just saying cool in general. So your first card is the 9 of Swords. So with the 9 of Swords, this is saying that you are dealing with negative thoughts, which are affecting how you move forward in the energy of gaining security through your associations by misunderstanding the past ways of how you gain security through your associations. So you need to transmute these negative thoughts into positive thoughts by creating positive thoughts, because these thoughts are not yours. Notice how the swords are going to her and not from out of her. They're going to her, not out. So this means that these thoughts are not yours. All thoughts and feelings are not yours, and you as a spirit of no thing, no shape, no form, agreeing or disagreeing with thoughts and feelings and creating new positive thoughts and feelings. But again, you're creating them, not all of them. Alright? So create positive thoughts in order to rectify these negative thoughts that you are having during this time of Saturn in Aquarius retrograde. Now, with your next card that you get is the 8 of Pentacles for the Saturn in Aquarius retrograde energy. So this is saying that you are working hard and mastering your craft during this time. Alright, keep working hard. I feel like this is something that you feel guided to do, especially with the fairy. and fairies are represented by symbology for guides. So I feel like you have a lot of guides around you because there's 3 fairies here, and you are working very hard on what it is that you're working on and mastering during this Saturn in the retrograde in Aquarius energy. Now your last but not least card that you get from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the Chariot. So you are emotionally striving forward to whatever it is you are working on. I feel like you are dedicated to whatever you're working on. You may even be having a companion, or you may even be doing this alone, but whatever it is, you are moving with your emotions and you're letting your intuition guide you, I feel like, which is also symbology from the fairies. Alright, so, with that being said, understand this misunderstanding that you are heading in the right direction when it comes to how you gain security through your associations by reevaluating the misunderstanding of how you gain security with your associations in the past. So keep doing what you're doing, and that is the misunderstanding, is that you may feel like you shouldn't be doing whatever it is you're doing, but this is saying to keep doing it regardless of what thoughts are coming in. So let's clarify these 3 cards with the Waite. Right, cool. So with the 8 of Swords being clarified by the King of Swords, the reason why you're having all these negative thoughts is because you're way too much in your head. Yes, it's good to be logical, but logic can only get you so far, right? So you need to balance your thoughts and emotions together, add more emotions, which we'll get to with the Chariot. And mind you, if you are dealing with a person, you may be dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, but overall, you are too stuck in your head and being too logical. Like I said, logic can only go so far, so do your best to balance out your thoughts and feelings while remaining in that logical state. In doing so, you will rectify this 8 of Swords energy of negative thoughts. Now with the 8 of Pentacles being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, this is saying that you are taking care of yourself, practicing self-care, and really nurturing what it is that you are working on, alright? So you can nurture others as well. I feel like whatever this is that you are working on is also helping others in the process, so keep doing what you're doing. Also, this is a card of fertility, so if you are not wanting to get pregnant, use protection. And with the Chariot card being clarified by the 10 of Cups, this is saying as long as you move forward emotionally towards what you want and desire, and keep working hard on whatever it is that you're working on, that you'll be in a place of happiness and abundance at the end of when you get to the finish line. Alright? So you have all 10 Cups. This is a card of very, very happy and abundance in the emotional realm. So keep doing what you're feeling called to do. Now, with the let's go to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. Mind you, my phone is at 15%, but I should have enough charge to complete these readings. Alright? So I shuffle this one more time, and let's get to it. Now, your first card from Mother Moon to you through me is Decimating Moon. Take time to breathe out. So take the time to breathe out. Take the time and space for yourself so you can breathe out and stay calm, and remember to put a little bit more emotion to whatever you're logically thinking about. And in doing so, which is just clarifying the Chariot by adding emotions, you will, in practicing self-care and nurturing whatever it is that you're working on, you will find yourself in a place of happiness and abundance. And know that you should take the time to breathe out. And this is very this is advised very strongly from Mother Moon. So with the next card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. So a personal issue will reach resolution, Alright? As long as you stay true to your walk and whatever it is you're doing, and transmuting these negative thoughts and being emotionally connected to whatever you're doing, and you will be in a place of happiness once again. And know that a personal issue will reach resolution during the Saturn and Aquarius retrograde energy or time. Now your last but not least card from Mother Moon to you through me is South Node. Do not let the past hold you back. So do not let past situations of how you may have failed in the past, because failure is not failure, it's just ways that you did not work. So you try it again, and eventually you will reach a place of happiness and a success, especially if you continue to do what you're doing and not let the past hold you back. Now, moving on to Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So Libra, you are trining this energy, so you're having the gift of gaining security through your associations by using that gift to reevaluate past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now, shuffle these cards. I'm going to check the charge. Yeah, it should be good. Alright. Now Libra, like I said, you're having a gift, and I already explained the gift, what the gift was. So Libra, your cardinal ale, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Libra was born out of the 7th house of relationships, partnerships, and whoever you're relating to. Alright? So, let's pull out your 3 cards. And I'm going to take a drink of water, and we will continue on with your reading. Now with the Hermit card as your 4th card, you are going within and following your intuition when it comes to how you gain security through your associations by listening to the guidance of and following your intuition when it comes to past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Keep listening to your guidance and intuition in your higher self, and if you're dealing with a person, you could be dealing with a Virgo. Now, with the next card being the 3 of Swords, this is saying that you may need to have a necessary sacrifice or feeling heartbroken about a past situation when it comes to past ways of dealing, how you gain security through your associations. So work through the pain or do what's necessary, do the necessary sacrifice in order to move forward into, which is the last card, but definitely not least, the 10 of Pentacles, which is a card of material, happiness, and abundance. Alright? So as long as you keep listening to your intuition and your guidance and doing the necessary sacrifices, you will be in a place, of material abundance and happiness. Now let's clarify these cards for you. I'll shuffle this one more time and we'll get to the clarifying. Alright, cool. So the Hermit card is clarified by the 10 of Swords. So I feel like your inner guidance, your intuition, and higher self are telling you to end whatever it is that you need to end that's not serving you for your highest good and the betterment of your well-being, or Saturn is an Aquarius retrograding. That's the misunderstanding, or misunderstanding. Right? Understand that you need to leave the past in the past, in the ways that did not work, and these ways that did not work, associates that did not serve you for your highest good and betterment of your well-being, leave them in the past. And I feel like that's what your intuition is really guiding you towards doing. Now, with the 3 of Swords, you get the 7 of source clarified by the Ace of Cups. So, by you pushing through the deception and doing the necessary sacrifices that you need to do, and not letting you deceive yourself by not participating in this necessary sacrifice that you're being guided to do, you will, and in doing so, pushing past these mental or self-deception energies, you will give birth to new love when it comes to maybe a business or association, since we're talking about Saturn. Alright? Now, with the Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Cups. So, with the Page of Cups clarifying the Ten of Pentacles, you may be a little introverted about opening up, but in opening up and showing the world the real you, I feel like that's going to come out with the Moonology Oracle deck. But by opening up, you will reach a place of happiness and abundance in the material world. Alright, don't be scared. Don't be introverted. Open up and share your cup with others. Now, let's clarify. Not clarify, but let's pull 3 cards out of the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon wants to say to you through me. So, your first card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon Eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. So, know that conclusions are within reach as long as you push past the self-deception, leave what does not longer serve you in the past, as far as what's best for your what is not serving you for your highest good and betterment of your own well-being, and initiating this love and opening yourself up more, that conclusions will be within reach. Now, and that will be the gift that you have. Alright? By opening up, you'll have the gift of gaining security with your associations. Now, with the second card from Mother Moon to you through me is Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. So, like I said with the Page of Cups, open yourself up and make the move. Alright? And in doing so, you'll reach a place of happiness and abundance by making this first move. Alright? Leave what does not serve you in the past and go after what does serve you for the betterment of your own well-being and your highest good. Now, your third and last but not least card that Mother Moon must give to you through me is New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe, so know that you are safe. You have nothing to be scared about, and you should not be deceiving yourself due to fears or spheres of reality created by negative thoughts and feelings, and transmuting those negative thoughts and feelings into positive thoughts and feelings, and know that you and your loved ones are safe. Now, moving on to Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. Alright, so Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars, you are squaring this energy. So with that being said, you are learning, you're in a learning process when it comes to how you gain security through your associations, by learning from past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Alright? Scorpio is fixed water, being fixated on its own emotions and feelings, and Scorpio is born out of the 8th house as secrets behind closed doors energy, occult, and mysticism. So, with that being said, let's pull out your 3 cards for your section of the reading. Now, with the first card for you, when the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, is the 8 of Pentacles. So, you are working hard and mastering this craft that you are working on, and this is very good when it comes to gaining security through your associations, through reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. So, in the past you may have given up on this work, but now you are really dedicated to this work and following your guides, represented by the fairies, and working hard on mastering this craft that you are working on, and that you are feeling called and guided to go towards. So, the second card that you get is the Star card, which is the Aquarius energy. So you could be dealing with the Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn. if you're dealing with a person, but I feel like you are healing through a negative situation from the past and dealing with past ways of how you gain security through your associations, and you're focusing on healing. Alright, this is a really good card. Keep healing. Know that the healing process also involves seeing what position you played, as well as how it led up to whatever you're healing from, and what led up to that situation that you are healing from. And focus on yourself during this time, and focus on your worth, which is also just emphasized by the Nine of Cups as your last card, but definitely not least. Alright, so this is emotional sufficiency and independence. You might not have everything that you want, but you do have everything that you need. Mind you, if you are in a relationship and you don't want children, she is holding her belly, so you may become pregnant if you do not use protection. Alright, just keep that in mind. Now let's clarify these cards from the Rider-Waite. I feel like you guys are a little scattered. Makes sense. Going through the healing process, you can be scattered, a little confused during that time, and that's part of the healing process. But focus on your work, focus on your independence. Now, okay, with the Eight of Pentacles, you get the Emperor card clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, which is Aries energy. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you have Aquarius or Aries in your chart, and if you do, these energies will be amplified during this time. So you are taking power and control over whatever it is that you are working on. Alright? So whatever it is that you're working on, you're taking power and control over this, but do not be overpowering like the Emperor in reverse. Remain that leadership, fatherly-like figure, and continue to work on whatever you're mastering during the Saturn in retrograde time. Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius. This time that's Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius. You know what I mean. But it feels scattered. So you guys could be very scattered during this time, which is also leads to the Four of Pentacles, clarifying by the Star card, or the Star card clarifying the Four of Pentacles. So you may need to let go of what no longer serves you for your that's not longer serving you for your highest good or the betterment of your own well-being, and focus on your own healing. Alright? Let go. Alright? You need to let go of whatever it is that you are holding too tightly on, so you can heal. Alright? And that is the learning process, that you need to learn how to let go and take power and control over this situation. Alright? Now with the Nine of Cups clarified by the Page of Wands, by you letting go and remaining in emotional independence, you will be able to be dedicated to this new vision that you've given forth for yourself while learning about this vision along the way. Page of Wands is very dedicated to this vision, so stay dedicated and let go of what does no longer serve you. Alright? Now, I know that yesterday, I believe when I did Mercury in Cancer, or the flight astral reading, that you guys are really all over the place as well. So you need to let go of whatever it is that you're holding too tightly on. Now, let's see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. Alright? So, so, with your first card being Full Moon in Scorpio, from Mother Moon to you through me, it's time to release negativity. Let go, Scorpio. Let go of whatever it is that you're holding too tightly on to. Alright? This has been a theme for you for pretty much all the readings that I've done for you. It's time to release negativity. It's time to release. Not hold on to, release negativity. Alright? I'm a Virgo Libra, so if I sound critical, it's just because I am, but it's constructive criticism. It's time to release, not hold on to, but release negativity. which leads to the second card that Mother Moon wants to give to you through me, which is Rain and Moon. What do you need to release? Alright, so you have two cards from that's talking about releasing. Alright, so you need to release whatever it is that you are holding on to so that you can heal and focus on your work and focus on this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. And also, just to add on to it, for your last card from Mother Moon to you through me, is step out of your comfort zone. So all three cards is pointing towards you releasing whatever it is that you're holding too tightly on. This is toxic for you. Not healthy, toxic. Alright? So, release this. Whatever it is that you're holding on too tightly on, I feel like the universe, my intuition, guides, the freaking moon, the moon, everything is telling you to release whatever it is that you're holding too tightly on. And this is what you're needing to learn. And if you don't do it, you're going to lead yourself into a hole and destruction. Alright? You're going to destroy yourself if you keep holding on to whatever it is that you're holding on to. Alright? So, now moving on to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter's. And releasing deals with one more thing, Scorpio. Releasing deals with knowing that this is not good for you, understanding this and creating higher thoughts and feelings about what it is that you need to release and what can benefit you from releasing, right? And that will help you heal as well. So, now moving on to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter's. Damn, that was a heavy... Scorpio's been going through some heavy shit lately. Anyways, I'm not laughing at y'all, Scorpio. If y'all still here, I'm laughing with you. God damn. Alright. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter's. You are sextiling this energy. So, through past ways of how you gain security through your situations, you're having opportunities from those past ways of gaining security through your situations in the present day. Alright? You're having opportunities to do so. So, with that being said, let's pull your three cards out and let's see what is going on for you. Sagittarius is mutable fire, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of feeling the emotions. And Sagittarius itself was born out of the 9th house of higher education, higher wisdom, and long distance travel, both externally and internally. Now, let's pull your three cards out and see what's going on with you. So, with your first card that you get is the 9 of Swords. So you are dealing with negative thoughts as well. Remember that thoughts and feelings, or thoughts are not yours. You notice how the swords are pointing down to her and not coming from her, but they're pointing down to her. That means they're influencing. They're influences. So every thought that you're getting is an influence that's going towards you, not from you. So, create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings to block these swords away from you so you can sleep soundly, aka so you can live a peaceful life and ride this transit of Saturn and Aquarius retrograding more fluidly and efficiently. Alright? So, with that being said, create a higher perspective during this time by re-evaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations, so you can create those opportunities to gain security through your associations in the present moment. Now, with the 2 of Swords, this is saying that you are deciding something, which if you see here, you'll notice that the moon is in the card and the emotions are behind her, so you need to follow your intuition by leaving your emotions behind you and choose the right decision for what's best for you. Alright? Not for anybody else, for you. Okay? So, follow your intuition and do what's best for your well-being and your highest good. Now, with your third card that you get is the Hierophant. Alright? With the Hierophant, this is Taurus energy, so you could be dealing with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. but you are committed towards whatever you're working on or a relationship. We're going to have to clarify this when we get to it. So, let's get to clarifying. Wow. Cool. So, let's clarify these cards. And let's begin right now. So, with the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Three of Pentacles, so you may be feeling like whatever you're creatively working on, or whatever you're working on in general, or working with others, is going to turn out into a bad situation. Now, the thing is that these aren't going to turn out into a bad situation, because you have the Three of Pentacles, so whatever you're working on is working for you. You're just creating negative thoughts and negative thoughts by thinking that these people aren't for you, or whatever you're working on isn't going to work for you. You need to change that perspective and look at stuff more in a positive light instead of a negative light. When it comes to gaining security through your associations, by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now, with the Two of Swords, the Two of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Cups. So with the Nine of Cups, you are an emotional independence and sufficiency. So this is going to help you decide what decision that it is that you need to decide on. Maybe it is even that you need to decide to be independent and sufficient at this time when it comes to the emotional realms. And so you can create opportunities of gaining security through your associations by reevaluating correctly about past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now, with the Hierophant, clarified by the Justice card, which is Libra energy, so you could be dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You, by staying committed to whatever this is, whether it be a relationship or business, you will know you will need to create a sense of balance, moderation, and harmony throughout this commitment. Alright? So, create the balance, create the harmony, and use moderation when dealing with whatever you're committed to. So, give me 1 second. My phone's at 6%. I'm going to have to pull it up a tad. 5%. I'll finish these later tonight if need be. Put the phone on the charger for a bit, but I'm going to do my best to finish these readings off right now. So, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do so, but we'll see. So, with the first Moonology Oracle card that Mother Moon wants to give to you, through me, is Full Moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So, there's not much to that. Look at the bigger picture of what you got going on in your life. Stay committed, stay moderation, and use balance, and create harmony. Stay emotionally independent and sufficient, which is very well could be the decision that you need to decide on. And continue to work on whatever you're working on and transmute these negative thoughts into positive thoughts by understanding that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, and that you will be able to, and that you have the power to create positive thoughts from these negative thoughts, and to look at the bigger picture. So, your next card from Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon in Scorpio. Walk through your fields. So, walk through any fields, which is talking about the Nine of Swords energy that you have on the first card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck. And in doing so, you'll create a sense of harmony and balance and happiness overall, and you'll be in emotional independence and sufficiency, and to work through your fears with whatever you're working on. Your last card from Mother Moon to you from me, but definitely not least, is New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. So know that luck is on your side during this time, and know that you are very lucky during this time as long as you stay committed to whatever you're committed on, and create that balance and remain emotionally independent and continue to walk through whatever fears that you have flowing for you, and continue to work on whatever you're creatively working on. Now, moving on to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. So Capricorn, you will fatal attracting the Saturn and Aquarius in retrograde energy. So you're seeing another side of how you initiate your ways of thinking and being practical when it comes to gaining security through your associations. Now, with that being said, evaluate past ways of how you gain security through your associations and see the other side and utilize this other side of how you gain security through your associations presently. Now, with Capricorn is cardinal Earth, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and being practical. And Capricorn was born out of the 10th house of business and status. Now, let's draw your 3 cards. Apologize that I'm going fast. I want to just get this reading done, so I don't have to take the time and do it later. But just bear with me. I hope the message comes through to you in an efficient way. Now, with the first card is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a card of self-care and nurturing whatever you're working on, so that you can nurture others. Mind you, if you are pregnant or don't want children, this is a card of fertility. So if you don't want children, use protection. Now, with your second card is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is you heading passionately towards what you want and desire, and by heading towards what you want and desire, will lead you into happiness, as I feel like. And then your last but not least tarot card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the High Priestess. So with the High Priestess, this is saying that you're using your intuition, knowledge, and wisdom, but watch out for secrets from others or secrets that you're keeping from others. But I feel like this is more about intuition, knowledge, and wisdom. So keep using knowledge, wisdom, and intuition when it comes to dealing with how you gain security in associations by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now let's shuffle the Waite deck and let's pull the clarifying cards. So with the Queen of Pentacles, you get the Ace of Cups. So by nurturing yourself and taking self-care and practicing self-care and nurturing whatever you're working on, you will give birth to new love when it comes to business or relationship or just love in general, whatever direction it may go for you. Each individual Capricorn will know what this is pointing towards, but all my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturns, by nurturing yourself and nurturing what you do, you will create new love. Now with the Knight of Wands, this Knight of Wands gets clarified by the Emperor. So with the Emperor card, this is saying that you are taking power and control over whatever you are passionately going towards. Do your best to not be the Emperor in reverse and be overpowering, but remain in power and control over whatever it is that you're passionately moving towards. Once again, when dealing with how you gain security through your associations, by reevaluating correctly about past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now with the High Priestess, the Devil card is clarifying the High Priestess. So with the Devil card being here, this is fear or spheres of reality by you agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings, but you as a spirit, being no thing, no shape, no form, need to understand that you have the power to create positive thoughts and feelings by using your intuition and embracing the unknown and using the knowledge and wisdom to proceed forward with you gaining security through your associations by reevaluating and not feeling past ways of how you gain security through your associations. Now moving on to what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. So with the first card, being the waxing moon, know that the energy is gaining momentum. So as long as you take power and control over whatever it is that you're going after and desiring to do, and keep nurturing yourself and giving birth to this new love and fighting through the fears by using your intuition, wisdom, and knowledge, the energy is gaining momentum for you during the Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde. Now, with the next card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. So know that the answers you need are coming. Do not fear the future, but embrace the future and embrace the unknown. Create positive thoughts and feelings by transmuting these negative thoughts and feelings into positive ones. And know that the answers you seek are coming. And then lastly, from Mother Moon to you through me, but definitely not least, is Super Moon. Emotions are running high. So, especially with this Devil card being here, Alright? And this Emperor and this High Priestess, emotions are running hot. Do not let these emotions get to you, especially with these emotions creating fear or spheres of reality. While dealing with how you gain security through your associations by reevaluating correctly about past ways how you gain security through your associations. Now, moving on to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. Aquarius, you are conjuncting this energy, so you are playing out as the example of this energy of Saturn in Aquarius Retrograde, and past ways of how you gain security through your associations, and implementing it in the present day by gaining security through your associations presently. Alright, now, let's pull your 3 cards out, and we will get to it. So my phone's at 2%, so I might have to do the Pisces reading later. So with the first card being the War card, this is a completion of some sort. So I'll just do Aquarius and Pisces later, alright? Okay. Alright, moving on to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. So Aquarius, you are conjuncting this energy with Saturn and Aquarius retrograding. So you are the example of this energy at the moment. So, with that being said, take this time to really dive into your own energies in the past ways of how you gain security with your associations, and with doing so, you'll find how to gain security through your associations in the present moment. Now, Aquarius is fixed air, being fixated on its own ways of thinking and communicating, and Aquarius was born out of the 11th house of how you see in the public arena, associates, and whoever you associate with. Now, let's pull your 3 cards out to see what's going on with you. Alright, so with your first card is the 7 of Pentacles. So with the 7 of Pentacles, this is you taking the time to see how long you want to work on a project, or work on whatever you're working on. But this is also a card of impatientness if you let it get to you, and if you don't see the fruits of your labor growing as fast as you want it to be, too. If it's for the betterment of your own well-being and your highest good, keep working at it no matter how it looks like it's growing, alright? Because eventually, if it's for you and it's meant to be, it will grow into fruition. Now with the 3 of Cups, this is talking about success, alright? Or you around good people at the moment. So, with that being said, as long as I feel like this is a card of success, and as long as you keep on working, and no matter how it looks like it's growing, you will find success in what you are doing at the current moment. And my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. So your 3rd card, and last but not least, is the Hangman. This is Pisces energy, so if you're dealing with a person, you could be dealing with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter. So, with that being said, the Hangman is about a card of enlightenment, but it can also be a card of stagnation. So, I feel like it's, well, we're going to have to clarify it to see exactly what's going on, but I feel like this is a card of enlightenment about whatever you're working on and the success that you are heading towards. As long as you keep working hard and keep committed, you will find success and enlightenment in the success. Or this is stagnation. Alright, so let's clarify these cards with the Rider-Waite deck. So, with your first, with this 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles is clarified by the Star card. So this is Aquarius energy, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn. Or this is just your energy playing out as a whole. So through your whatever you're working on, you are healing along the way. This is helping you heal while you're working, right? While you are planning stuff out, this is also a healing process, as well as being optimistic about the future. Now with the Three of Cups, this is talking, and clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, this is talking about as long as you stay dedicated, practical, and keep working hard, you will find success in what you are doing. Alright? So keep working hard, keep a steady pace. This is a card of slow movement, but this is also a card of dedication as well. So stay dedicated to whatever it is that you are doing. During this Saturn in Aquarius Retrograde, when evaluating past ways for how you gain security in your associations and in order to gain security in your associations in the present day with Saturn in Aquarius Retrograding. Now with the Four of Pentacles, clarifying the Hangman, this is saying that you need to let go of whatever doesn't serve you, or you need to hold on to what does and not let anything go that may not look like it's growing into fruition during this time. So, with that being said, let's pull 3 cards out from the Moonology Oracle deck. Let's see what Mother Moon wants to give to you through me for the Saturn in Aquarius Retrograde transit. Now, right, cool. So, your first card that you get is Full Moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. So as long as you focus on healing and spending the time in the healing, as well as spending time with whatever you're working on, taking a slow and steady approach to whatever you're working on, you will find success and letting go of whatever doesn't serve you for your highest good and the betterment of your own well-being. Or if this is you needing to hold on to what you are doing as far as work to achieve the success, no matter what the outcome looks like, the answers you need will come to you. Now with the second card being the Supermoon, from Mother Moon to you through me, is emotions are running high. So emotions are running high, possibly because of the healing process that you're going through at this time, and because of what you need to let go of. Alright? Or, like I said, if that's dealing with something that you need to keep a hold of, especially if it's for the betterment of your own well-being and your highest good, know that emotions will be running high during this time, while Saturn is translating Aquarius Retrograde. Now, your last card from Mother Moon to you through me is Waxing Moon. The energy is gaining momentum. So, know that the energy is gaining momentum. Know that things are working in your favor and divine timing. And how the universe wants to work out for you, even though it may be a slow movement, the energy is gaining momentum. Now, moving on to Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter's. So, Pisces, you are seeing another side to how you gain security, the associations in the past, in order to implement it in the present day when you're gaining security through your associations, when Saturn goes direct. Now, with that being said, Pisces is mutable water, being mutable and adaptable to its own and other people's ways of feeling the emotions, and Pisces was born out of the 12th house of the subconscious realm, dreams, illusions, fantasy, and creativity. Now let's pull your 3 cards out for the Saturn in Aquarius Retrograde transit. Now, your first card is the Queen of Wands. So you need to stay optimistic and stay dedicated to going after what you want and desire. Alright, stay independent as well, and you will get what you want and desire as long as you do so by reevaluating past ways of how you gain security through your associations. You need to stay in this independent energy of optimism and going after what you want and desire what you feel called to do when gaining security through your associations. Alright, your second card is the High Priestess, so let your intuition guide you. Let the knowledge and wisdom that you have gained guide you along the way during the Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde. And be this High Priestess of following your intuition. Alright? Don't, in reverse, it's letting people know about things, but you may be having to hold back and take a step back and just listen to your intuition during this time. With your third card being the Queen of Pentacles, this is saying that you are taking self-care and nurturing with whatever it is you're working on, as well as following your guides, which are represented by the fairies, aka it could be just your higher self. So, with that being said, keep being nurturing. And since this is a card of fertility, if you're not wanting to have children, use protection during this time, while Saturn is in Aquarius retrograding. Now, let's clarify these cards with the Rider-Waite deck. Alright. So, with the Queen of Wands being clarified by the Eight of Cups, by you leaving what no longer serves you for the benefit of your own well-being, your highest good, you are going to be more independent and optimistic and heading towards what you do want and desire by leaving what does not serve you anymore. So leave what does not serve you anymore. Notice that he is leaving the cups behind and walking away. And he's walking towards the Ace of Swords, which is clarifying the High Priestess. So he's walking away to clarity. Alright, so with the Ace of Swords, like I said, clarifying the High Priestess, this is some sort of clarity or new thought that you feel called to go towards. By listening to your intuition and walking away from what no longer serves you in your highest good, and using the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained throughout your life. Now with the Queen of Pentacles, clarifying by the Temperance card, this is saying that you are performing alchemy and combining two or more things together, maybe your personal life and your business life, or your business life and your home life, or family life and your personal life, whatever it is. You're combining two things together, as well as mixing these two things together in order to nurture whatever it is that you are working on. So keep doing that. If you are dealing with a person, however, there was Taurus and I believe Sagittarius. Yeah, I believe the temperance is Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Now, with that being said, let's pull 3 cards out of the Moonology Oracle deck to end this reading off. So, this is a card of walking, and this is spread is telling me that you need to walk away from things that no longer serve you by reevaluating the past, your past ways of how you gain security, the associations, and leaving things behind in order to gain that clarity and combine the things that you need to combine by listening to your intuition and nurturing whatever it is that you are working on, or just self-care in general, in order to ride this Saturn in Aquarius retrograde transit smoothly. Now, with your first card from Mother Moon to you, through me, is New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. So, luck is on your side. You do, like I said, have luck on your side, and so you should continue to walk away from things that no longer serve you, and remain optimistic and going after what you want and desire, and listening to your intuition to get the clarity that you are looking for, or this new idea that you're giving birth to. And keep practicing self-care as well as nurturing whatever it is you're working on, and keep performing alchemy or mixing these two things together to form a new energy. And know that luck is on your side. Now your second card is Force Quarter Moon, from Mother Moon to you through me, and it is your commitment is being tested. So, your commitment is being tested, perhaps maybe even your commitment towards yourself is being tested, or commitment to whatever it is that you are working on is being tested. The commitment towards that is being tested. So, if it is dealing with work, keep working. If it's dealing with yourself, keep doing what it is for yourself, and staying in this optimistic, independent energy of going after what you want and desire. So, just know that, yeah, your commitment is being tested at the moment. Your third card from Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take. So, it is a time to give rather than take. So don't take, so give and not take, like the card says. Alright? Not much other than that. And give to yourself even. So, you may not need to take for yourself and give yourself away, but you need to give self-care to yourself. Alright? Now, with that being said, this will be the end of the Saturn and Aquarius Retrograde reading. I hope this helped with all signs in the collective. I hope it brought you clarity if you are looking for any, and it also aided you in any way. Shout out to Dora the Pilot Man, Sean the Wise, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, and Nugget Flying High, Thick Artist 111, Goddess Essence Energy, Lucy Darko, Sammy Sensation, James Starwalker, 444777, Beloved L707, all y'all, everybody in the Soul Fam. Shout all of y'all out. I don't need to go name by name, but I will shout out a couple names. But shout out to everybody out in the Soul Group if you don't know, and Lex Crystal Goddess as well. For all the crystals, if you need crystals, go check out Lex Crystal Goddess on IG. And with that being said, I hope this helped. And until next time, peace. And I hope you enjoy your Saturn and Aquarius retrograde transit during this time. And peace. Yeah, peace.